So I'm going to take the time to say something about religion. I think just as an artist, creative, I've studied all of them that I could read. I've studied a lot, Joseph Campbell, any kind of religion that's out there. I've done some research. I want to know what they think, the mythology. And to me, a lot of it from Greek mythology and Egyptian and then Christian and Buddhism and Hindu, Zoroaster. So humans make up religions. We decide how to represent our spirituality. And some people think God wrote it through a person, and that's fine too. But I've come to believe in God, or the word God, or to me, the metaphysical universe, because I get there and I'm like, how could we not have something of faith, of something of like mystery in our lives? It is. And I've had very mysterious connections with people and sometimes things happening that I'm like, was that symbolic? Or, was that supposed to give me a message of how I'm supposed to think? I mean, do I read into this? And I do think that all the religions have used people as heroes and villains to represent the good and the bad. And whether or not you're going to take it literally or you're just going to do it spiritually, I think any religion is fine. If you find comfort in hearing those stories, do it, man. I mean, but don't kill people. I mean, are you sure that that you want to take someone's life in the name of your God? Because really and ultimately, we are our own gods, because we can only think what we think in our brains. But for my brain, the more I know about science, the more I believe in mystery. And the more I think there is magic in this world, that we just don't know what's going to happen. And we need to instill this in our children, no matter what religion we raise them on, what principles of belief or morality or ethics. And I think the correlation of ethics is almost universal, even though you have different ways of saying it. But to me personally, I love to go to church with people. I love to learn about the people that go to church. I love to see what they're doing. I went to an African American church in the ghetto. They sang so good, and I'm trying to, like, come on, can we get the African Americans to sing for In Light, because they sing so good. They're very soulful, and they prayed for 2 hours. And the little kids were like running all over and trying to, I was given my sketchbook to draw in. But they're praying really hard. Is prayers going to be answered? Now, I do think energy can be transferred. So maybe when you're talking pray, or the different religions that do different things, if you send that energy out, maybe it does affect something, because I think there's energy that we can't measure. I mean, throughout my book and things like that, you'll see things happen. I'm like, this really happened. I can't believe it. So there is magic. And anyone that disputes that and says science, 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 you explain to me the metaphysical universe, sir or madame. And then if you can explain that, then I'll be so totally on board with your science. And I love science, and I love hard science. And I love money, and money is science, and numbers, and things like that. And I love finding cures for things through science. But there's a big mystery, because we could find so many more cures with creative education. And that's what I'm about. I want to bring creativity into the public schools, and also my school world preschool. Some free time just to, I used to get in trouble for staring out the window. I'm dreaming. When you're a creative person, you need some time to dream. And filling in those worksheets is not necessarily dream time, but we do need creative play, a lot of creative play, loving your neighbor. And that's one thing about Palestine and Israel, is like Israel is Old Testament, and they don't have love your neighbor. And then Palestine, they don't have a thing of forgiveness. So if we could just get the churches kind of out of their constitution for peace, so we don't have this bombing anymore, and get laws to govern those people that they're happy with, they can, model it off the Constitution that we have, and the Bill of Rights and things like that. But then let them practice their religion as freely as they want, but not go to war over it, because that hurts everyone. The negativity and the destruction. Everywhere in the world we hurt, because nowadays we can see it on TV, and nobody wants to see that. And we want to see you resolve your issues with diplomacy, not with religion. Which God is better? That's a really tough call when you're talking about the universe. Thank you.